Good afternoon, everybody. You are in First Appearance Magistrate Court. My name is Judge Kim Teresa Malika. Today you're going to be informed of the charges, and we're going to determine if there's probable cause. Today is not your trial day. Please do not talk about the facts of your case. Everything's being recorded. You have a right to remain silent. You also have the right to an attorney. We have Mr. Romero, I believe, at the main jail, and we have Mr. Reedy to my right in the courtroom. If you have a private attorney, please let me know when you step up to the podium. First one is going to be Keelan Johnson. Good afternoon, Mr. Johnson.
Good afternoon.
You have fraud, utter a false instrument. Court does find probable cause. $1,000 bond. What say you?
Judge, at this time, nothing to add from the defense.
Can you pay the bond?
His mother will.
Okay. Okay, thank you, sir. Good luck to you. Rodine Pluvois.
Mr. Plavois is here, present judge at Maine.
All right, Mr. Pluvois, you have capious traffic, $250 bond, operating without a valid DL. What say you, Mr. Romero?
Judge, in speaking Mr. Plavois, he wishes to resolve this matter here today.
Offers a withhold.
Withhold, court costs of $293. Is that what he wants to do?
He wishes to accept the state's offer, Judge.
All right, how does he want to plead?
No contest, Judge.
Okay, court's going to accept his plea, find that's freely and voluntarily entered. Court takes judicial notice of time served, withhold, court costs $293, 6 months to pay, partial payments accepted. Thank you, sir. Good luck to you.
Good luck.
Jimmy I. Kovakis.
Bonded, Judge.
Jemiah Alves.
Bonded.
Samuel Marrero.
He's here, present with us at Maine, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Marrero, you have DUI, alcohol, or drugs, second offense, $1,000 bond. Unlawful display of blue lights. Court does find probable cause.
Do you have an attorney? I'm sorry? Are you going to hire me role?
What say you, defense?
Judge, Mr. Marrero, there's a problem, Judge. When he was arrested, unfortunately, his wallet, his phone, everything was left inside the vehicle. So right now, basically, his friends, his family have no idea where he is, and he has no way of posting bond. Normally, he would if he had access to his wallet, but he's in a situation where he cannot post the bond. He's 52 years old. He lives locally in Hollywood. He's working. He works at the El Molino restaurant. He's been there for the past 12 years. What I'm going to be asking the court to consider is releasing Mr. Marrero on pretrial release.
Not doing that on a second DUI. When did he have his first?
I'm checking that right now.
Judge, I believe that, well, the state's going to tell us right now.
In fact, I don't even know if there's probable cause for a second because he didn't even tell us.
Your Honor, it's in 2009, and it's on his driving record. He was convicted in Dade County, April 24th, 2009. Received a 6-month suspension.
Judge, he's almost 10 years old. I understand this is second offense, but right now, unfortunately, nobody knows where he's at. That's why he's going, rather than him being here and then he's going to lose his job, and basically he's not going to be paid, and that's going to have an effect on his ability to pay rent. Then he's going to be evicted. Judge, I'm asking you to consider releasing him right now on pretrial release. I'm not asking for an ROR. He'll be supervised. You have to call in. You have to report. But at least this time he can go on with his life and not have a negative, outcome on his home or his housing situation.
Standard pretrial supervision, I'm not gonna require a bond. No alcohol or intoxicants, random testing at his expense.
$100,000.
Prescription meds allowed as prescribed.
Your Honor,
He has to report within 24 hours of his release. I want him to report 2 times a month, call in 2 times a week. Call in 1 time a month. He doesn't have to report after court. Yes,
Our Spanish interpreter is present, Judge.
all right, thank you.
We have a case from Conte on the second look docket.
Okay, do we have any on the regular?
I do not know.
Mr. Romero, who do we have for?
Spanish?
Yes.
¿Alguien habla español? Judge, nobody at Maine requires a Spanish interpreter.
Okay, anybody at North Broward? Anybody at Paul Ryan?
No, Brown's good, Your Honor.
All right, so Conti, who do we have?
Arias,
Hi.
you ready, Arias? He was on yesterday's second look.
No,
I don't know if accident.
he wasn't on the second look docket. He was up for perfection yesterday and some of the charges.
Sorry.
It's okay.
All right, raise your right hand. Do you swear and/or affirm to translate from English to Spanish, Spanish to English to the best of your ability?
I do. Maria Salazar, certified court interpreter.
Okay, spell your last name.
Salazar.
Thank you. All right, we're here for a second look. What say you, defense?
Estamos acá para una segunda audiencia. ¿Qué dice la defensa?
Due to the language barrier, Your Honor, I was not able to speak with Mr. Arenas.
Debido a la barrera del idioma, no pude hablar con el señor Arenas.
I do note that he has a total of $3,500 worth of bonds on counts 1 through 9.
Que sí he notado de que usted tiene $3,500 de fianzas para los cargos 1 al 9.
No probable cause was found for counts 4, 5, and 6 yesterday.
El día de ayer no encontramos causa probable para la acusación de los cargos del cuarto, quinto y sexto.
But I don't know what his financial situation is or if there's someone we can call to come and bond him out.
No sé cuál es su situación financiera, dice su abogado, o si podríamos llamar a alguien para que le ponga una fianza a usted.
Bueno.
¿No escuchó la intérprete?
Sí, claro.
Yes, of course.
¿Puedo hablar en este momento?
May I say something?
Don't discuss the facts of the case.
No, quiere su abogado que usted hable sobre los hechos del caso.
But if you can tell us something about how we can hopefully get you out of jail, that would be helpful.
Pero si usted nos indica cómo podemos sacarlo de la cárcel, eso sería bueno, de ayuda.
Ok. Mi situación es que yo en este momento no tengo un teléfono, no tengo ningún número en mi memoria y absolutamente nadie sabe que estoy acá.
He has an
A ver,
immigration detainer.
No tengo cómo hacer.
Permítame. At this moment, I don't
He has
have...
an immigration detainer.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Interpreter didn't hear you. En este momento yo no...
If the immigration detainer is signed by immigration judge, it holds no value.
que hay una detención en su contra de parte de inmigración.
Why does it have no value?
Because the immigration judge did not sign it.
Who signed it?
Probably the immigration officer.
Pero que no tiene valor o no tiene ningún valor porque no lo ha firmado inmigración. Quien sabe lo firmó el oficial de inmigración.
What did he say about phone numbers?
That he doesn't have any phone numbers or his telephone with the phone numbers with him right now.
Can you ask him where his phone is?
¿Dónde está su teléfono? ¿Dónde?
Los oficiales quisieron ayudarme a buscar en mis pertenencias, pero no está el teléfono. Entonces
The officers went and tried to find my phone within my belongings, but they didn't find the phone.
How long has he been living in South Florida?
¿Cuánto tiempo lleva, dice su abogado, viviendo acá en la Florida?
2 años, 5 meses.
2 years and 5 months.
Who does he live with?
¿Con quién usted vive?
Solo. Pues vivo en un apartamento alquilando una habitación.
I live in an apartment and I rent a room there. I live by myself.
Are you working?
¿Trabaja usted?
Sí, señor.
Yes.
What type of work do you do?
¿Qué tipo de trabajo usted hace?
Trabajo en un car wash.
I work in a car wash.
How long have you had that job?
¿Usted cuánto tiempo lleva en ese trabajo?
El tiempo que llevo acá, 2 años, 3 meses.
Throughout the time I have been here residing in Florida, 2 years and 3 months.
Is there any...
In the same place?
¿En el mismo lugar, en el mismo car wash? Yes.
Sí.
Which car wash?
¿Qué car wash es ese?
En la Hyundai.
Oh, in the Hyundai car company.
Do you have any money saved or any way to bond out of jail?
¿Usted tiene dinero ahorrado o alguna forma de sacar para que salga de la cárcel?
En mis tarjetas en este momento no tengo dinero, tengo algo de efectivo en mi casa, pero obviamente no tengo cómo.
I have some cash at home, but I don't really have money.
What's his prior record?
Okay.
Your Honor, he has an operating without a valid DL last year.
El señor fiscal dice de que hay un antecedente suyo de manejar un automóvil sin licencia válida.
Ultimately, whatever the court decides to do today,
Cualquier cosa que decida hacer la corte en su caso hoy,
I would obviously ask the court to take into consideration just, I believe, evidence of how intoxicated he was.
y pide el fiscal de que cualquier cosa que vaya a decidir la jueza de hacer en su caso, que tengan en consideración que usted estaba altamente intoxicado.
Based on the allegation that this entire incident was initiated
En base a que todo esto fue iniciado, este incidente fue iniciado
when Mr. Arenas Mejia rear-ended a police vehicle.
cuando usted, señora Arenas Mejía, chocó por atrás con un automóvil de la policía.
It was a stopped patrol car. It's lucky no one got killed.
Sorry.
He's lucky no one got killed.
Que tiene usted suerte de que nadie salió, no hubo ninguna desgracia.
Lo siento mucho.
I'm very sorry.
Judge, he's apparently not going to be able to post a monetary bond.
Su abogado dice que aparentemente no va a poder usted poner una fianza monetaria.
would appear that he does not have an extensive criminal history.
Aparentemente usted no tiene antecedentes penales extensivos.
He's now been in custody for 5 days.
Ha estado ya en custodia 5 días.
I'd ask the court to consider pretrial release without the necessity of a bond.
Está pidiendo a la corte de que le den a usted una libertad anterior al juicio sin tener que poner fianza monetaria,
The special condition of no alcohol or intoxicants.
con condiciones especiales de que usted no pueda consumir ni drogas ni alcohol
And whatever
Ningún
other
problema.
conditions the court felt were appropriate.
I think
y otras condiciones que pueda pensar la corte de imponerle a usted.
No hay ningún problema.
I have no problem in doing that.
Did I leave it? Oh, okay, never mind, never mind. I was looking for the hard copy, but it's only on here. Okay. All right, State, anything further?
No, Judge.
No hay nada más de parte del fiscal.
I have to tell you, I have a problem with the safety of our community.
Tengo problemas con la seguridad que usted en contra de la comunidad.
It just appears to me that
Me parece a mí
he could be leaving the country.
que usted se puede ir del país.
So I don't know what his status is here, but it appears to me that
No sé cuál es el estatus de inmigración de usted en este momento, pero me parece a mí
immigration wants to deport him.
que inmigración lo quiere deportar.
And my concern is what he does in between now and the time that he's deported.
Y mi preocupación es qué es lo que hace usted o podría hacer usted a partir de este momento hasta el momento en que lo deporten.
You could put a tab monitor on him, Judge.
Le pueden poner su abogado dice que le pueden poner un monitor.
State, what's your position?
¿Cuál es la opinión del fiscal?
What's your position, Mr. Linder? You didn't hear what I just said. I was concerned about his immigration status, but it's not the monetary aspects. It's he's here illegally. What's to prevent him
Nuevamente
from
están
between
repitiendo
now
de
and
que
when
la
he gets
preocupación
deported?
es
I have a concern for the safety of the community and also
que usted
the
cause
bond
un
money is not
problema
going to
con
do
la
anything
seguridad
for
de
it.
la comunidad y que se vaya a su país.
Mr. Reedy also suggested a TAD monitor. Can you think of any other?
Sugirió su abogado
safeguard
que
we could
ponerle
use?
un monitor.
Your Honor, that monitor would make sense.
Su señoría, dice el fiscal, el monitor tiene sentido.
All right, I'm going to put him on pretrial services.
Lo va a mandar a los servicios anteriores al juicio, pre-trial,
TAD monitor,
con monitor.
no alcohol intoxicants, random
Ordena que
testing
no consuman ni alcohol ni intoxicantes.
at his expense.
I'm sorry.
At Mr. Mejia's expense.
Usted va a tener que poner su dinero para el programa.
I want him calling in 7 days a week.
Tiene que llamar 7 días a la semana
He's to report 2 times a month in person.
al programa pre-trial y twice a month, Your Honor.
Yes, in person.
En persona 2 veces al mes.
And he has to report after court as well.
Se va a tener que reportar ahora después de salir de la corte.
No alcohol intoxicants, random testing.
Orden de no consumir ni alcohol ni intoxicante. Le van a hacer exámenes de drogas y de alcohol sin avisarle.
At his expense.
Y que los cuales usted mismo va a tener que pagar.
Prescription meds allowed as prescribed.
Le permiten tomar medicinas siempre y cuando sean recetadas.
The deputy is going to give him a map in Spanish.
Alguacil le va a dar un mapa en español.
And he's to report within 24 hours of his release.
En cuanto le den la libertad, se tiene que reportar a ese lugar máximo a las 24 horas.
Thank you, sir. Good luck to you.
Que tenga buena suerte.
Muchas gracias.
Good luck.
Buena suerte.
Your Honor, I got one more Spanish.
Sure.
It's on page 7.
What's his name?
Carlos Echemendia.
How about Julio Perez? No? Okay. Carlos Echemendia, is that your
Carlos.
name, sir?
Carlos Echemendia es su nombre, señor?
Sí.
Yes.
Right, you have an ad charge for petty theft, count 10,
Se le está acusando de hurto menor en tienda.
$100 bond.
Es $100 de fianza, perdone.
Court does find probable
La
cause.
corte encuentra causa probable para el delito.
You'll see your division judge tomorrow at 8 a.m.
Va a ir ante su juez de la división mañana a las 10 de la mañana.
Court will set bond at $1.
La corte está fijándole una fianza de $1.
Thank you, sir. Good luck to you.
Que tenga buena suerte.
Y ella también. Gracias.
The same to you.
Ron Roldson, anybody else need a Spanish interpreter? Speak up.
Not a meeting, Judge.
All right, Ronald Roldson Busseau.
Mr. Basso?
He's a Conti.
Conti.
Roldson Busseau on the
Second look.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Judge.
All right, what does he have that's pending?
Your Honor, his felony probation on count 2 is terminated. If he wants to resolve this matter, the offer would be a withholding court cost.
Do you want to resolve this case today, sir?
Yes, please.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear and/or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, your name is Ronald Roldson Busseau, B-O-S-S-O-U?
Bosu, yes, ma'am.
All right, it's my understanding through your attorney, Mr. Reedy, who's in the courtroom with me, that you want to resolve your case today and give up your right to a trial?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest to possession of cannabis, 20 grams or less?
I'd like to go home, ma'am. I'm not sure on
Do you want to
what
enter a plea?
terms.
Do you want to enter a plea of no contest, Mr. Busseau? To resolve the case
Yes,
today with
ma'am.
no conviction?
No, yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so say you want to plead no contest then.
I would like to plead no contest.
If you want to plead not guilty and you want to come back and fight your case, I'll let you out of jail and you can come back and fight it. So do you want to fight it or resolve it?
Resolve, ma'am.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. All right, you're not under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or medication?
No, ma'am.
Anybody forcing you to do this?
No, ma'am.
All right, and you've had enough of time to speak to Mr. Reedy, your attorney, who's in the courtroom with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you need more time to speak to him, or you want to just want to finish this off and say, see you later, Judge, and I want to go home?
That's exactly what I'd like
All
to
right,
do.
all right, I don't blame you. All right, court's going to accept your plea, find that's freely and voluntarily entered. Court has reviewed the court file, finds probable cause for the plea, withhold of adjudication, court costs, $308. I'll give him 1 year to pay. If you don't pay it, your license is going to be suspended. You can make partial payments in any courthouse, or you can do it online, okay?
Okay.
And it'll also affect your credit, and you'll have a $25 late fee. So make sure you pay off that $308, you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the court's going to take judicial notice of time served in the Broward County Jail. You have 30 days to appeal the sentence of the court. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed. Good luck to you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good luck.
Thank you. Conti, we finished?
No.
Who do you have?
I have the only ROR guy and the last guy on the docket.
All right, then, bring them out. Adele, what's your name?
Yeah, Simmons, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Simmons, you have a motion for ROR, burglary with assault, first-degree felony. Is that what this is for, obviously? It's not for a second look?
Yeah, it's for a 30-day motion. Your Honor, the state has not yet filed an information. Mr. Simmons is entitled to a release at this time. I would just ask the court if you could...
You talk louder so he can hear you.
Your Honor, the state has not filed an information at this time. Mr. Simmons is entitled to a release. I would just ask if you could advise him that there still will be a no victim contact order in place.
Did you hear that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, that doesn't mean that they're not gonna file charges in the future. This doesn't mean that this has gone away. You
Yes,
understand?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
James Major.
Okay, give me a moment, 1 moment, sir. Let me just sign a couple things. Four, 5, and 6 on that DUI were no PC.
Yes, ma'am.
And then for count 8 and 7 and 8, the last two charges, is 8 and 9. You're not gonna put them on the pretrial GPS on that.
Not for magistrate, right?
Yeah, it's a traffic, so
Yeah.
on the court order, can you just put NC, please? Count 8 and 9.
Well, they can't, it's really NA, both of them.
Okay, no problem. Okay, never mind. Thank you.
Throw. Thank you. I put 4, see the bottom? 4, 5, 6, whatever it is ROR. All right, your name, sir?
James Major.
And,
Where is he?
And I provided the court with paperwork.
He has a what? Well, all I have is count 1, aggravated battery with the deadly weapon.
That's all he's here on today for the change of charge, Your Honor.
Yeah, okay. All right, so the court does find probable cause.
And
This
Your
is
Honor,
a hold on, this is a change of charge. So it's aggravated battery of firearm, it's actually count 5. Court does find probable cause, there's a capias that was issued, or it was found previously. What say you, State?
Your Honor, I'm going to be requesting that the court considers or consider setting a higher bond when he than what was previously set. When he had his original first appearance before Judge Murphy, he was charged with second-degree aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. Judge Murphy set a $10,000 bond.
Okay,
The charge has been significantly upfiled. He's been charged with aggravated battery with a firearm, where the firearm was actually discharged and causing great bodily injury. If convicted of this offense, he faces a 25-year minimum mandatory prison sentence. Your Honor, I provided the court with the original probable cause affidavit that Judge Murphy would have had when he set the bond. But, Your Honor, based on the allegations and now the potential consequences he faces, I am requesting that the court raise the bond to $50,000.
Judge, he has a no bond hold already. I'd ask the court to leave the bond that was set by Judge Murphy in place.
and what was that amount?
$10,000.
I'm gonna do 25,000, no victim contact. He can go before his division judge, maintain a minimum of 1,500 feet. The victim's initials, please.
Your Honor, I don't have it in front of me, but I believe I provided the actually, I have it right here. 1 moment. JHJ.
No victim contact, direct or indirect, with JHJ, GPS level 2. Thank you, sir. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, anybody else?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Lawrence DeRook. Lawrence DeRook.
He's sitting right there.
All right, we're gonna
Mr.
skip.
DeRook?
It's all right, free cost Jerome. Come on, Mr. Jerome.
Medical reset.
All right, who do we have at Paul Ryan? Call your first one.
3-second looks, Your Honor.
Okay, give me their names. Pull one.
Dickerson.
Who is this?
Dickerson, Stevens, and Colenzi.
Okay, first one is Dickerson. That is Planta, page 2 of the docket. Is that your name, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what are we doing with this, State?
Your
Well,
Honor, she is county sentenced on count 2, which is a felony VOP. If she wants to resolve this matter, the state's the offer would be a withhold court cost HIV test.
Is that what you'd like to do, Ms. Dickerson?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and if she gets a third?
And if you get a third, it's a felony. You'll have 30. You'll have so no more. You'll have 30 days to get an HIV test,
What is
and then
she
you'll
county
have within
sentenced to?
45 days. You have to present the receipt that shows that you took the test to the clerk's office. You do not have to tell them the results of the test. You'll also have court costs to pay, and if you don't pay them, it could affect your driver's license and your line of credit. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Knowing all that, do you still wish to enter a plea of no contest and accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Eric. Raise your right hand. Do you swear and or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, your name is Lantavis Dickerson, Dickerson.
Yes, ma'am.
It's my understanding you want to resolve your case today and plead guilty or no contest to prostitution?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and you understand everything Mr. Reedy just explained to you and you agree with it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, how do you want to plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest?
No contest.
All right, court's going to accept your plea, find that's freely and voluntarily entered. Court has reviewed the court file, finds probable cause for the plea, withhold of adjudication, which means no conviction, court costs $293. In court costs, 6 months to pay, partial payments accepted, HIV test within 30 days. You have to give the receipt that you took the test, not the results, Within 45 days, court takes judicial notice of time served in the Broward County Jail. You have 30 days to appeal the sentence of the court. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed. Thank you, ma'am. Good luck to you.
Okay,
Next
thank you.
person in the front row, step up. Tell me your first and last name.
It's the Shiver Stevens.
Okay, page 2 of the docket, top of the page. Okay, what say you?
Morning, Your Honor. George Odom on behalf of Mr. McLawrence. He's already been appointed to Ms. Stevens' case. To my understanding, there had been she's on second look, there had been a previous discussion about resolution. However, that was not concluded, or at least agreed to with Ms. Stevens. We'd asked the court here, and after speaking to Mr. McLawrence, he has more facts on the case.
What does it say, DOC intox?
Yeah.
Do you have another case pending, or did you just get sentenced?
No, this is fresh. This is brand new. This is what Saturday night.
No, I don't want you to talk about the facts. I'm just asking. Do you have any other matters pending?
No, ma'am.
Were you sentenced on any other cases recently?
No, ma'am.
You're not on probation, are you?
No, ma'am.
All right. What does it say, DOC intox? Mr. Odom?
All I know from what Ms. McLawrence advised me is that she did resolve a case about 5 days ago, but that shouldn't have any relation to the Department of Corrections.
Why is she in jail if she resolved this?
No, not this one. It was another one she resolved about 5 days ago, and then she was picked back
Ivy,
up.
what is holding her?
The 2 counts, the city ordinances.
Oh, disorderly conduct, and it says intox. What is DOC intoxication?
Well, it could stand for disorderly conduct. I was thinking Department of Corrections, but I could be incorrect. So maybe she was just in detox.
Well, that's why I
she
saw
was
DOC,
arrested.
so.
I can give you the size for you because that's how the opposite is.
All right, can I see it? So what do you want to do today?
Judge, we're trying to, Ms. McLawrence is advising they're trying to get the case resolved. They just can't come to a conclusion.
All right, so then let's ROR and he'll do something if she doesn't want to resolve it. I don't want someone resolving it.
Ms. Stevens, did you hear the court?
Yes, yes, sir.
The court advised if they can't resolve, then she's inclined to release you on your own reconnaissance. However, you have the responsibility to making sure that you come back to court on this case if necessary. Do you understand
It says they don't want her on the property. She continues to go there. They have a sign up front, and she keeps going back there. And she sits by the front door on a bucket. And she's been told numerous times.
Yeah, and I believe that the officer who arrested her in this particular incident has arrested her at least maybe more than once in the past. So she's very familiar to this particular officer.
I mean, ma'am, you can't go back there means you can't go back.
Yes, I understand that, but I think I'm being targeted, but that's another story.
That is another story, and maybe you are, but if you can't go back there, then the officer's trying to get you not to stay there. You can't go back there. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm just going to ROR. I think you should go before your division judge, have a little bit of a talk with her. No return, ma'am. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that's to the VAP 6 Freeze Market. If you don't have a place to live, you know, there's a lot of services that can be offered, such as the Centralized Receiving Center. So why don't you speak to your client, I don't know if you did already, and discuss it with them. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. Do you have Mr. McLawrence's phone number?
No, I would love to have it again. They threw it away last time they arrested me.
I can give her mine. I don't know his by heart. I do know mine.
I have it. But you can give her, but why don't you give her yours?
Sure.
The deputy will do it.
Deputy, could you note this number down for Ms. Stevens for me, please?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. 954-263-7657.
So, ma'am, every time you don't show up for court, you're going to get arrested on the same charge over and over again. So just come to court and resolve it.
All right. You have that my father's address for
No, give it to me.
3331 Northwest 8th Court, Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Is there an apartment?
No, ma'am.
All right, you know another way to look up when your court date is?
What's that?
You can go to a public library.
Yes.
You can look it up online, your phone. You can call the public defender's office. Well, you can call Mr. Odom up. You can come to any of the courthouses. There's a lot of different ways. So, what's your zip code?
33311.
All right, if you come back here and they say you were anywhere near that place, I don't know what to say. It's not going to be good. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Odom's going to call you, okay?
All right, thank you.
Welcome. And I put a change of address on there.
Good afternoon.
Hello, what's your name?
My name is Theophile Kalenzi.
Spell it.
Theophile, and my last name is Kalenzi, ma'am.
It's a second look on page 3.
Ma'am, you can see me?
It's a second
Hold on, sir.
Yeah, we can see you.
What's his name? Kalenzi?
Kalenzi, Kalenzi. Do you want to resolve this matter today, Mr. Kalenzi, now that your probation's been reinstated?
Yes, please.
Offer be time served on both counts.
Is he on? Oh, here he is. He's the second page. So on the top. I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
His probation was reinstated.
Is that what you'd like to do, Mr. Kalenzi? Enter a plea of no contest in exchange for time served?
Yes, sir.
You understand you're going to have to pay court costs. If you don't pay him, it could have an effect on your driver's license.
I'm going to get a job and I will pay for it when I get a job.
Okay.
Could I please get some more time until I get a job to pay for it?
If you need more time, you can contact the, I guess, your judge's office. How much time do you think you need to pay?
A month or so, that's how
I think the judge will give you more than
that.
The judge will give you more
What
than
are
a
you
month.
asking for, Mr. Reedy?
I'll ask for 6 months, Judge.
All right, I'll grant your request for
Okay.
6 months.
All right, Mr. Colenzi.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear and or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, your name is Theophile Kalenzi, Kalenzi.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, it's my understanding you want to resolve, you can put your hand down, you want to resolve your case today and give up all your rights to a trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Means you don't want a trial, you want to resolve your case, you don't want to come back to court.
No, I don't want to come back.
All right, how do you want to plead to false ID given to a law enforcement officer and trespassing to an occupied structure? Guilty, not guilty, no contest. Don't leave.
No context, ma'am.
All right. And you're doing this because you feel it's in your best interest?
Yes, ma'am, because I'm having a son in a week from now and they don't want to miss it.
Okay, well, I can ROR you and you can come back and fight your case, after, a week or two. Do you understand that? Why don't you explain it to him?
I can come back a week or two to court?
If you want to fight your case.
No, ma'am, no.
Okay. You feel it's in your best interest to fight this case? To resolve your case today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any more questions of your attorney, Mr. Reedy, who's in the courtroom with me?
No, ma'am.
All right, court's going to accept your plea. Find that's freely and voluntarily entered. No contest. Court has reviewed the court file and finds probable cause for the plea. Adjudication time served on each count. $293 in court costs on count 1. 6 months to pay. You can make partial payments. If you don't pay it, they'll suspend your driver's license. If you're caught driving, you'll get arrested. $25 late fee. And it will also impact your credit. No return to the Wawa, sir. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
You have 30 days to appeal the sentence of the court. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. We did Shibra Stevens, right? All right, she better not get caught there again, because if she does, hope she doesn't come before me. They've told her several times. Okay. All right, thank you for waiting. I thought you had another one. That's why I told you to hold on. All right, so we're finished at Paul Ryan?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
All right, Mr. Romero, we missed you before.
Oh, Judge, I'm busy doing many things here, Judge.
I know, that's why we took the other ones. We did. I called you a couple times. Mr. Reedy will tell you. So I thought maybe you were busy. Lawrence DeRook.
He's here present, Judge,
Okay.
Come on up, Mr. DeRook.
Mr. DeRook, you have possession of alprazolam, $1,000 bond. Count 2 is possession of cannabis, 20 grams or less. No bond required. Court does find probable cause. What say you, defense?
Judge, my understanding, Mr. DeRook advised me that last time I believe he had contact with the system was about 5 or 6 years ago. So I'd ask Your Honor to consider an ROR. If not, then I'm going to ask Your Honor to sign a phone order so he can get
What's his address?
Let the judge know your address, sir.
5620 North Ocean Drive, Hollywood, Florida.
Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that an apartment or what type of place is that?
It's a marina. I live on a boat.
Okay. What kind of boat?
Sailboat.
What year is it and what type?
It's 1995. Elliot Pearson, 42-foot sailboat.
I don't know anything about boats, Judge.
42 feet. Can you afford to pay the bond?
The bond?
$1,000, $100 with the bond from the premium.
Yes.
Who's going to pay it?
My
son.
Okay, State, when's his last prior?
Your Honor, I'm a little concerned. His last prior I see, well, I don't know if his last prior, but I see in 2010, he was sentenced to state prison for DUI, serious bodily injury. Considering the allegations in this case when police first came into contact with Mr. DeRook, while they may not have had enough evidence to charge him with DUI, common sense, there's certainly, it would appear he was driving his car, there was an accident, he was under the influence of alcohol.
I'm gonna put him on standard pretrial supervision. Not gonna require a bond, however, I'm gonna do no alcohol or intoxicants, random testing at his expense. Prescription medication is allowed, as prescribed. He's to report within 24 hours of his release. He can call in
Listen.
2 times a week, report once a month. He doesn't have to report after court.
This is a map to pretrial, okay? This is what I'm handing you right now. Keep on listening to the judge.
Thank you, sir. Good luck to you. Julio
Make
Perez.
sure you report before 12 noon tomorrow. Good luck, sir.
Julio Perez.
Be bonded, Judge.
Orlando Rodriguez Diaz.
Mr. Orlando Diaz is here present, Judge.
All right, sir, you have burglary, unoccupied conveyance, unarmed, resisting an officer, obstructing without violence, no bond required, and a loitering or prowling. Court does find probable cause. What say you?
I'm looking to see if he has a history. I don't know if, while I'm looking, if Mr. Romero has any requests.
Judge, he's 22 years old, been living in South Florida for the past 12 years. Unfortunately, he just lost his job. He was working at a warehouse making $11 an hour. He lives in Miami Gardens. He is supporting his girlfriend and his 1-year-old daughter. Right now, he's going to be contacting his girlfriend to help post his monetary bond. He believes the most that she's going to be able to come up with using the bondman. We're going to be requesting a $1,000 bond on count 1.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, $1,000 bond, no victim contact with HA, direct or indirect. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, look for your court date. Thank you. Next one is Sean William Diebold.
Mr. Diebold's here at Main, Judge. He's approaching.
Okay, Mr. Diebold, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, and 6. Solicitation of a child or parent. 7, 8, 9, and 10 are promotion of sexual performance of a child. We need to
Judge,
talk
we'd be
about
waiting for a
bond.
reading of the charges.
I already read them. Court does find probable cause. What say you, State?
Your Honor, I provided you the paperwork from your original findings.
Sure.
I'm going to be asking, this would appear to be a lateral change of charge. It's still essentially the same allegations. So I'm going to be asking that the court set the same bond and release conditions that you originally set.
Well, this is 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9 and 10 are not on here. Oh, wait, maybe I missed it. I'm sorry. 9 and 10 are on here. Okay.
Yes. And one of the other charges, Your Honor, one of the other charges was filed as presented, and one of the other charges, I believe, was no info. That's why you only have these counts.
Okay. So tell me what it is you're asking for, because they're renamed. 2, 4, 5, by count.
Yeah, I'll just go one by one. Charge 2, $50,000.
Give me all the ones for 50 and break it down that way.
Okay, the $50,000 bonds would be 2, 4, 5, 9, and 10.
Okay.
Everything else you would set at 25,000. That's what I'd be requesting. And you have the other release conditions listed on your original findings.
Sure. Defense?
I've been in touch with Ms. Vivian Garibaldi, Mr. Diebold's public defender.
Yes.
She indicated that's fine. She intends to address the bond issue in front of the division judge.
All right, sir, GPS level 1, no victim contact, direct or indirect, with the alleged victim, GH, and GH's family, no internet access, no possession of any device with internet access, no contact with any minors. You are to surrender your passport to the clerk before release, and no possession and no applying for any passport. Maintain 1 mile from GH's home, work, school, and family. Anything else? Okay, and then as far as bonds, count 2, 50,000, count 4, 50,000, count 5, 50,000, count 6, 25,000, count 7, 25,000, count 8, 25,000, 9 is 50,000, 10 is 50,000. Thank you very much, sir. Leon Parrish.
He's here, President of Maine.
Okay, Mr. Parrish. You have burglary, unoccupied conveyance, unarmed. Count 2 is burglary, occupied dwelling, unarmed. Count 3 is resisting an officer or obstructing without violence. $100 bond, court does find probable cause. What say you, State?
I have a probable cause argument on both.
Sure.
1 and 2. Count 1, I would argue, is an attempt. The witness says he saw Mr. Parrish attempt to open the door of the car. I believe his aunt's car. He was unsuccessful in that endeavor.
State, your response to count 1?
It says that on the arrest affidavit.
Okay, so attempt, PC for attempt only, per the state and defense. Okay, count 2.
I don't see anything in the probable cause affidavit that puts Mr. Parrish on anyone's property. It says when the male could not gain entry, he started toward Mr. Allen's vehicle. At this point, Mr. Allen exited his vehicle and confronted the male. And then Mr. Parrish allegedly runs away.
Burglary of a curtilage he has.
I don't see anything where he's on anybody's curtilage.
No, I'm saying that's what the officer said. I'm not.
Yes, but there's no other witness to that. There's no one who says they saw him on that property. The officer didn't see him on that property.
Starting with the paragraph K-9 officer and Lopez, responding to the scene, subsequently located the defendant.
Oh, you're right. I would draw my argument. You're right.
Yep. All right, so court finds probable cause for 1, 2, and 3, and count 1 is a PC for attempt burglary, unoccupied conveyance, unarmed only. State, what are you requesting? Court's going to order no victim contact, direct or indirect, with the alleged victim in this case, and no return, sir, to where this incident allegedly occurred. If you go back there, you'll be arrested. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, I'd be requesting a $2,500 bond on 1, $7,500 bond on 2.
25 on 1, 7,500 on 2, $100 on 3. What say you? What's his prior? Wait, before we do that, why don't you tell me what his prior history is?
Your Honor,
I can't hear Mr. Lender, Judge.
I haven't really.
He's not saying anything.
Oh,
He's just,
okay. That's all.
I don't want to say he's mumbling, he's just talking to himself while he's looking.
I don't see.
I don't mean it that way, I'm just saying he's talking to himself.
I mean, it's been a long day. I don't see any priors, Judge. My request is based on the nature of the allegation.
Okay, he doesn't see any priors.
That's what I thought, Judge. He's 22 years old. He's been here his whole entire life. He's right now, unfortunately, unemployed. He's looking for work. He lives in Plantation with his mother. His mother's the person he's going to be calling to help post his monetary bond. She's a school bus driver, Judge. He believes that his mom can't come up with a certain amount of money. He doesn't think it's going to be that much, Judge. We're going
Tell
to be
me what it
asking
is you want.
on the attempt, we're going to be asking for a $500 bond. And on the second count, we're going to be asking for a $2,500 bond. And I'd ask you to ROR count 3. So that would be a total, if my math is correct, a total of $3,000 bond.
1,000 on 1, 2,500 on 2, ROR on 3. No victim contact and no return. Thank you, sir. Good luck to you. All right,
Judge,
so
can I have a photo order as well? I'm sorry.
sure, no problem. Okay, let's start at the top of the misdemeanor docket. Shebra Stevens, we did?
Yes.
Kevin Jean.
Kevin Jean, I believe I've been advised, was released.
Kevin Jean bond?
He posted, he might still be in custody, but he posted bond on this charge.
Does he have anything else holding him?
He had a felony case where he was placed on community control with GPS. He might still be in custody with regards to that.
All right, so that's not us.
No,
All right,
but
so
he definitely posted the $1.
okay,
bond
so
on
we
this.
bonded on this. Well, what a shame, I could have ROR'd him, but whatever. Lentavius Dickerson, we did. Roldson Bousseau, we did. Theo Colenzi, we did. What about Decorian Delhome?
Mr. Delhome is here, present judge of Maine. Come on up, sir.
Petty theft, $100 bond.
Judge, we're gonna.
The state has agreed to, I'm going to ask for an ROR, Judge.
He was
That's what we were asking for.
2 and 3 were violations of probation. His probation was reinstated.
Sir, you know what happens? You're going to just be back here again and get arrested if you don't show up for court.
I know that's right.
There's so many different options for you to find out if you have a court date and when it is. Online, your attorney, coming to the courthouse, stuff like that. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and it's up to you to update your address when you move. All right,
All right.
ROR.
Thank you.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Good luck. You should get out today.
All right.
Marvin Druitz.
Mr. Jewett is here, present judge of Maine. He's coming up. Come on up, sir.
Yes, my dearest Justice.
All right.
I'm in trouble.
No, you're not.
Thank you.
All right.
Don't talk about the fact. I'll get into that.
All right. So Marvin Druitz, trespassing on occupied structure. Where was this?
It was the same Publix deli. I guess you ordered him on Friday when he resolved his case. You told me can't go back to?
And he went back.
Saturday.
Judge, and this is why Mr. Jewett at this time wishes to not resolve it. He actually wants his day in court.
Mm-hmm.
He remembers you, and he appreciates you releasing him. And you told him not to go back to Publix, and what he said, he abided by the court order. What happened was he was not at Publix, at a different location in the same plaza, in which another kind gentleman offered to buy him a burger at a restaurant which was in the plaza. He's saying the officer saw him at the same plaza and arrested him. He thought he wasn't going back to Publix.
What's the PC say?
I'll check.
Where does he live?
He's homeless, Judge.
Well, he can't go back to that Publix or that plaza or the sidewalk. If he doesn't have a place to live, why doesn't he go to the CRC?
I can talk to him while Mr. Lender is looking that up.
What is it?
Oh, I'll talk to you about the CRC. Hold on.
Read it to me. Just paraphrase.
Responded to 6921 West Broward Boulevard, Publix, in
All right, he's in the deli area. I mean,
which is just, they don't sell burgers.
well, he looks like he doesn't want to go when he's talking to me. It says he was in the deli area, so.
That's what I'm going to talk to him about right now. Hold on.
It's the sandwiches. Yeah, that's where the case on Friday was the Del Camp.
Madam Clerk, do we know the address for him? Can someone look up his address in the clerk's computer?
Judge, after having an in-depth conversation with Mr. Druitt, he seems to, the court's refreshed his recollection of the events. At this time, he wishes to resolve it. And at this time, I did advise him as far as what the CRC, what types of services they offer. And I think he's needs those types of services. So he'd appreciate the court entering an order allowing him to be transported to the CRC tonight.
I think you'd like it, sir.
Yes, ma'am. I'd like to try it. I really need it.
It can't hurt. But if you go back to that Publix, and I probably told you this before, I don't want you in that parking lot. It says that you were out in front.
I don't want to be crucified.
I mean that you were, I'm not going to crucify you. You can't go back to that Publix. It's end of story. Don't go to the parking lot. Don't go to the plaza. You know, and hopefully the CRC will help you find a place to live. Raise your right hand. Do you swear and/or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You want to resolve your case today? Give up your right to a trial and plead guilty or no contest to trespassing occupied structure?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
No contest.
And you understand no return to the Publix where this alleged incident occurs means?
I do understand your anger greatly.
Okay. I'm glad you understand my anger. All right.
I'm sorry.
You can't go back there. It's all right. I don't care. You can't go back there, sir. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
That means the parking lot. That means the sidewalk. Don't go back there.
Okay.
All right. All right. Have you ever been treated for a mental illness?
No.
Are you under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or medication?
No.
All right. So you want to plead no contest?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And you've had enough of time to speak to your attorney, Mr. Romero?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Court's going to accept your plea. Find that's freely and voluntarily entered. Court has reviewed the court file. Finds probable cause for the plea. Adjudication, end time served. $293 in court costs, 6 months to pay. Partial payments accepted. And here's the thing. If you don't want to go to the CRC, I'm not making you go. That's completely voluntary. If for some reason you don't want to go, let me know now.
No, I want to go and try it.
Okay.
I might leave after, but, you know.
That's fine. That's fine. I appreciate your honesty.
You want that for 9
Well,
o'clock
you're a
tonight,
great
Judge?
lady.
Huh?
You're a great lady.
Well, you just said I was angry a minute ago.
If you want to see the judge angry, go back to that Publix.
All right. You
Not
have 30,
really.
you have 30 days to appeal the sentence of the court. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed. Thank you, sir. Good luck to you.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Here you go. All right. No return to Publix. Give one to Ivy. Thank you. That was Marvin Drewitz, right?
Yes.
Nathaniel Jeffers.
Mr. Jeffers is here with us, Judge, at Maine, and he's the last gentleman here at the Maine jail facility.
Okay. Hi, Mr. Jeffers.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
You have DUI.
Yes, ma'am.
I was just looking at an emergency alert I was getting. I don't.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I just got that too.
It's testing. No, it's testing the wireless system.
Yeah. Nathaniel Jeffers, you have counts 1 through 3 DUI, 4 through 5 is accident, unattended vehicle. Let's see. 500 plus Elmo, 500 plus Elmo, 1,000 in Elmo. NCNC. Can I have this file, please? Oh, TAD, not a GPS.
Yep, that's exactly what they just addressed. Perfect.
Pretrial release, TAD. No alcohol or intoxicants, no victim contacts. Where do you live, sir?
Live in Deerfield Beach.
How long you live there?
8 years.
What's his prior history state?
2013, he pled out a DUI to a reckless driving.
What year?
2013. He actually has a pending DUI in 2017. The case has not been initiated yet because BSO has been unable to serve him with the summons. But
Well, now they can serve him.
We'll see if that happens. But the point is, the state filed an information last year for another DUI with an enhanced breath.
Mm-hmm.
And now this DUI where he struck multiple vehicles in a parking lot and was trying to flee the scene. And, Your Honor, on the DUI with the issue summons, his blood alcohol content was 0.32.
What can he afford in bond?
Judge, that's the problem. He's been in contact with his family, and unfortunately, his family was not able to come up with the $2,000.
Were they not able or they didn't want to?
My understanding, they were not able, Judge. He lives with his mother and father. They're both retired. They're both elderly. He's self-employed. What he does is basically he works on irrigation systems with different sprinklers. But whenever he gets a client, that's when he's able to get paid. And right now, there's really no financial resources that his family can come up with. I understand that he's right now has a $2,000 with the TAD monitor. What I would be asking in conjunction with the TAD, a pretrial release in lieu of the monetary amount. He is a registered voter here in Broward County. He's, as you see, he has no prior felony offenses, Judge. But right now, simply his family cannot come up with the monetary amount. He will be coming to court. He's disputing the allegations as far as the state's recitation, as far as what they believe that he was trying to flee the area. He wasn't trying to flee the area, but Judge, he will be coming to court, and but he can't simply afford a monetary bond at this time.
What's your mother's name?
Ruth Jeffers, Judge.
Do his parents rent or own?
Actually, they're divorced. My dad lives in Delaware.
Who owns this home?
My mom,
What's her name?
Ruth Jeffers.
Who's Sharon Alexander?
Ex-girlfriend.
Whose ex-girlfriend?
Mine. Sorry, Your Honor.
All right, that's who the house is owned by.
This is, just looking at this other PC, it's very concerning, Judge.
Deny his request for a second look. Let him go before his division judge. Thank you. Good luck, sir. Yeah. It is what it is. Thank you. Yes. Without prejudice for division judge. Jorge Aranis Mejia we did, correct? We're not leaving, hold on. Yes, we are leaving. We finished. Thank you.